Hello everyone, and welcome to the Trending in My Life podcast, episode 48. This week it's happy anniversary, because on the 31st of May it's going to be the anniversary of me starting my channel. So I'm in a very positive, happy mood, thinking of ways of how to celebrate a year on how it all started. Let's see. Now, I planned to start a YouTube channel about a year before I actually got around to doing it. And then about, say, a month before I started the channel, I was doing some research and there seemed a repeated theme where people would say in videos that I was watching, just start it. Just stop delaying. Just do that first video and just don't care what it's like, the quality, the content or whatever, but do it. Just do it. You have plenty of time to learn and practice before anyone even bothers watching your videos. It's kind of like, just get over yourself and just do it. And yeah, it seems a very, very long time ago that I was in that position, but that's exactly what I did. I did it. So I had my phone on a selfie stick, and I went to a park and I did some grounding, and I talked about it, and I enjoyed it. And at that time I couldn't edit. My son was doing the editing for me, and I was taking notes each week. And it took months before I actually was editing by myself. And that was a whole learning curve. I edit my videos in the free version of Resolve. And I've learned how to use it. It was a very slow process. And I was kind of forced into it at a certain point. Because it was a weekend when my son wasn't very well and he actually couldn't do it for me. So it was like, either you leave it and don't put out a video this week, or you have a go at doing it all by yourself. And I did, and I managed to do it. And from then on, I was more and more doing my own editing, and now I always do my own editing. He still helps me with questions and times when I'm not quite sure what to do or how to get something to work. And thank you, John, for all your help in making this channel what it is today. So I don't know what I would have done without that, because I've watched other people's videos and some of them sort of took 6 months before they started their channel just to learn how to edit. So I was extremely lucky to have my son to help me with that. At the beginning, I was doing one video a week, and then I quite quickly went to a video, a short, and a podcast, so that there was 3 pieces of content a week. And it didn't feel the same as trying to do 3 videos a week, because videos as long form content quite often take the most work. Podcasts, my son encouraged me to do podcasts. I would not have thought of that myself. A lot of my podcasts have been posing a question and helping people with scenarios about how they might resolve issues and things, and that's been something I've enjoyed doing. It's nice to help people. It's nice to sometimes people don't have another viewpoint or can't see their way clear through a problem, and listening to a podcast can sometimes help with that, see different points of view. So that's one of the things that I do with my podcasts. Another one is to just talk about things like I'm doing now. And I'm very happy to have got through a whole year of being a new content creator, because I can understand a lot of people have got videos out that say they're giving up and, you know, this will be my last one and it's not going anywhere, blah, blah, blah. And like a lot of people on YouTube, I would love to be monetized and earn some income from my channel, but I also love doing it. So, so this whole year I haven't been completely focused on, oh, it's not making money, blah blah blah. I've just enjoyed gaining the subscribers one at a time and increasing views. And there's always that really unexpected thing where a short or a video will do better than you expected. Well, not better than you expected, but better than average, better than what you usually get. So yeah, there's always that sort of element of unexpectedness. You put things online and you don't know how well they do. And I do check. I suppose I check every day now, actually, but that's because I mean, I now do 5 pieces of content a week and have been for quite a while, because weekends are often when people are looking at YouTube, and my content was coming out videos on a Friday, podcasts on a Monday, shorts on a Wednesday, and it spaced them out throughout the week. But I felt at some point I was missing the big audience that is weekend audience. So I started adding things, and they were often baking or crafting, which, to be honest, is what I will have done on a weekend, because I'll have had more time to do stuff like that. So that's how those came in. But like everybody, I don't always do those things every weekend. So sometimes the weekend ones would be different. This weekend one that I've just put out has been some views around Angel in London, because I was there going to an event thing, which turned out to be not what I planned to go to. But I took the video of the area because I hadn't been in the area for years and years. And I was struck by the contrast between the busy main road, and then there was a quieter sort of street that was pedestrianised with people walking down. And then the other extreme was the canal. And it was so peaceful at the canal, and you wouldn't know there was a busy road, 5 minutes away from there. And it's such a contrast. And I'm sure the people that live there love that they have all those different elements in the area where they live. But I thought that was interesting enough to put out on a Sunday. And it made me think, because it has had quite a few views, which I didn't expect. And it made me think that might be something that I do on a Sunday, put a short out about an area of London. So yes, I went to doing 5 pieces of content a week, and I found, because I'd added 2 shorts, that it was okay. It didn't feel too much to handle by adding 2 shorts. Although I will say, I don't record shorts on my phone and edit on my phone and upload from my phone. I take the footage for a short and I edit it in Resolve. So it is an edit job for me to do, rather than quickly doing it on my phone. But I prefer that because I can see it properly and make sure it's exactly how I want. I'm sure at some point I will be in a situation where something happens unexpectedly and I just want to film it, and then I will do something like that. But for now, I just prefer to do that. Yeah, they sort of evolved. But I've also done things where I've done a piece of content every single day for like 7 days, and they've tended to be shorts to fill in the days that I don't normally do things. But it's been for special occasions, like I did that at Valentine's Day. I believe I did that at Easter. I definitely did that at Christmas. In fact, I think Christmas I did 2 weeks leading up to Christmas like that, where I put out something every day. And it is hard work to do that, because I am full-time working as well. But it sort of marks special times of the year. And I think that's nice when you can do that. And of course, there's a lot more ideas for things going around at special times of year. You're thinking about certain things a lot more than you do normally. So just the occasions seem to lend themselves to giving you more content. I mentioned the other week that when I do my street art shorts, I often go to parts of London that I've never been to before, or I haven't been to for years and years. And in a way, filming those shorts is taking me to different parts of London. And I'm thinking about maybe incorporating that into videos so that I'm in different locations in parts of London. I believe there's 32 boroughs of London, so it spreads a huge way, and each part of London and each town within that borough quite often has its own personality and is very different from the next one. And it's that thing of sharing with people that London isn't just Buckingham Palace, Trafalgar Square, Westminster, St Paul's and the River Thames. And the River Thames does go a long way as well, either side. So you can go to different parts of it. But yeah, I think it's more interesting for people to see those videos and realise that there's a lot of London that's not in that little centre bit. And it gives them pause for thought. If they're coming to visit, maybe they'll look at these things. But I'm celebrating the fact that I've had a year on YouTube. And, I have the attitude that when it happens for monetization. That's my attitude towards it. Because it would be lovely. It would be marvellous if that happened. But I'm not going to make myself miserable or feel terribly stressed about it, because I'm having a whale of a time. I'm loving what I'm doing. I've learnt to edit. The other thing I've learnt to do is film things. I still have a tendency, if I pan around with my camera, I still have the tendency to do that way too fast. And my son told me, you've got to stop and pause when you're talking about a subject in front of you, and I've got better at doing that, because I'd just speak quickly, give a quick flash of what I was looking at, and I'd be off, and so I've got better at doing that. But it's been a learning curve, and I have a special camera now, which is the next thing I'm learning, where it has an invisible selfie stick. In other words, the camera doesn't show your arm sticking up holding the selfie stick. It sort of miraculously makes that disappear. And this is new for me to learn another skill. And that's it. And my GoPro, I learnt how to use my GoPro. And the phone that I used to have to originally film, I'm not using that anymore. I've got a new phone, which I didn't get because of filming. I got because it had a battery problem, so I needed to replace it. But whilst I was replacing it, the phone that I've got has a really good camera on it as well, so that on the occasion when I don't carry my GoPro, I have got a decent camera on my phone to use. Very, very celebrating. Yay, I made it through a whole year. Lots of people seem to give up. And I can't understand that, but I think that is making sure you have realistic expectations. Because on my video feed, when I log into YouTube, all the videos are telling me how to get monetized in 3 days or in 10 days or turn this off or turn this on to get monetized, or all these different videos. And I mean, obviously the people who make them then got millions of views of people who want to get that result. But when I listen to them, frequently they're things that I already do, and I didn't know it was a problem, but I've not been doing it anyway. And there is lots of videos which say they've been demonetized or sort of banned from from YouTube for doing certain things. And again, if I start to watch those, and I don't very often, but if I do, I think, well, why would you do that? Or, you know, I don't even consider doing that. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like duplicating footage and stuff like that. I suppose there's been this thing about niching down, and I'm bad at that. I'm really bad at that. I would say if I have a niche at all, it would be London, because I live here. And more and more my videos are turning into London vlogs, because I'm out in London doing something that I'm recording and telling you about. And because of that, it is, you know, for people to search, putting London vlog ahead of the actual title of what I'm doing is often what I've ended up with. But yeah, I don't think I set out to have a channel about London vlogging, and yet logically I live in London, I go out, I talk to the camera, I show you where I am. That is what it is. But I didn't start the channel and think I'm going to be a London vlogger. That's not what I did. Yeah, I mean, I like introducing topics about relaxation, simply because many of us living in London and cities around the world experience stress through work, through commuting, etc., and need ways to de-stress. And going out there and finding the hidden beautiful places or relaxing sounds or whatever, these are the things that we all look for to help us be happier. So anyway, big smile on my face, because I'm happy, because my channel will be a year old on the 31st. It's a Saturday, actually. I will put out some content in celebration of that next Saturday. So I hope you've enjoyed listening to this. I know I've been rambling on a bit, but I just wanted to share how excited and happy I am about it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and come back next time. Bye for now.